Well, here we are again. Art Riggs is going to be invading Poland for another set of classes. It's sort of funny, for the last 3 or 4 years, every time I come, we sort of think it's going to be the last time, but I keep looking over my shoulder, and Father Time and the Grim Reaper are getting closer and closer, and I think it's time to draw a line somewhere, so this will be my last visit to Poland, and I'm certainly looking forward to it. So Piotr and Lucas have lured me back again, and I have to say I'm greatly looking forward to it, especially for the great Polish students. I certainly enjoy teaching them so much, but looking forward to some good Polish beer, some pig's knees to eat, and some good company. So I think this is going to be a really good class. I think it's my favorite class. So this class is going to be combining soft tissue techniques for muscles, tendons, fascia, myofascial release, along with joint mobilization. And I think that's the biggest change in my work was when I started working with bones and moving bones around. So there's a little tendency for rolfers to think everything, the sun rises and sets with fascia. Physical therapists put a lot of emphasis upon strengthening, yoga people on stretching, but the bones and the muscles work together. And I think it's really important to combine your skills to free the body in all areas. So if any of the soft tissue components are tight, not working, glued down, too short, then the joints aren't going to be able to work properly. And on the other side, if a joint is not moving freely, the facets are stuck, if there's something in the structure of the joint, then the muscles are going to react and be painful, get fibrosed. So it's important to work with both aspects of freeing the body. So the first class will be held from August 25th through August 29th, and the second class will be from September 1st through September 5th. The first class actually filled almost immediately to overflowing, which is why we're doing the second class. So pretty much the September 1 through 5 class is the only class that is really open now. So let's talk a little bit about what we're going to be covering. I'm going to start at the bottom with the feet, which I think are incredibly important. They provide all of the support, movement, balance for our body. And we'll spend a lot of time on the feet, getting them work properly with pronation, supination, inversion, eversion, getting the ankle joint going at the talotibial joint, and really get a great basis of support. From there, we'll move up to the knee to provide better joint movement and muscle action with flexion, extension, rotation, and then carrying on up to the hip, where we will work with hip extension, flexion, rotation, and all joint movements, because the hips are really important to keep free if you're going to have transmission of energy up through the pelvis, up to the spine. We're going to spend a lot of time on the pelvis, at least a full day, working with the anterior pelvis for working with psoas and iliacus, working on the posterior with the deep rotators, which will of course affect the hip, and then doing some joint mobilization to work with the bony element of the sacroiliac joint, in flare, out flare, up slip, down slip, to provide better bony movement and balance in the pelvis, and then move up with the transition to the lumbars. And then probably the favorite for most people, we're going to spend a lot of time on the spine to help flexion, extension, rotation, side bending, with some work, not great detail, on scoliosis and how we'd work with that. From there, we will move to the shoulder girdle, working with the soft tissue issues, anterior and posterior, for scapular movement, clavicular movement, and a fair amount of time on the shoulder joint. I really like mobilizing the shoulder joint osseous and with soft tissue. We'll then continue up the neck with anterior and posterior muscles, and again, working with all of the aspects of the neck movement, flexion, extension, side bending, rotation, working at a very close individual vertebrae, freeing facets, and then work up through the top to transition to the spine, to free the occiput from the cervicals and provide the whole skull better movement. We'll have a lot of other time for questions on other issues, elbows, hands, and things, but that's pretty much what it is. So I'm really looking forward to coming back and seeing a lot of old friends again, and hopefully some new people, and that will be in Krakow, last of August and 1st of September. Hope to see you there. Thank you very much.